situation's under control, and certainly what it will. People who have a mortgage, their interest rates are likely to fall, therefore the cost of borrowing falls and the cost of servicing the loan falls. That tends to flow onto renters as well, so if people are renting, those drop in rates can obviously affect rental as well, because the landlord then hopefully pass on the cost down. But yeah, look, I think you've got to see unemployment rise above 4.5% for that to happen at this point. Dennis, currently sitting at 4.1%, so there's a bit of a way to go there. My thought is February, March, we'll see a rate cut.
There you go. John Harty, thank you, from Jacaranda Financial Planning again. This Thursday is the seminar, 6 p.m. start at 525 Collins Street. Places are limited. It's free, but you must book jacarandafp.com.au or 1-800-40-2610. Back after the news.
News is next. Call the Blind Factory, 13 Blinds. Spring sale on now. Melbourne, 3AW 693.
14 degrees in Melbourne, partly cloudy tomorrow, a top of 21. It's 9 o'clock. Good evening, I'm Eddie Summerfield. An 11-year-old boy has been killed after a car crashed through a fence at Auburn South Primary School. A woman had just picked up a child from the school when she was conducting a U-turn before the vehicle ploughed through the fence, hitting a group of students, killing the boy and hospitalising two 11-year-old girls, a 10-year-old girl and a 10-year-old boy, all with serious injuries. This witness, Julie, says the emergency response was immediate.
4 or 5 paramedics screamed towards their police cars, screaming, a road blocked off by a police car. I have never seen police and ambulances screaming so fast, through the lights, everything. A 40-year-old woman remains in police custody. A 33-year-old man has been charged with the murder of his girlfriend, Nikita Azapati. Joel McAuliffe was arrested yesterday after the 35-year-old's body was found inside a home in South Morang by her brother. Pill testing is now legal in Victoria, becoming the first jurisdiction in the country to do so. Legislation passing through Parliament, paving the way for a trial to be rolled out at music festivals this summer. The Allen government says testing will save lives and change illegal drug-taking culture. The Prime Minister is defending his relationship with the former boss of Qantas. Anthony Albanese reportedly accepted 22 flight upgrades and gifts from the airline when Alan Joyce was at the helm. The opposition is pushing for a Senate inquiry into the matter. Mr Albanese maintains he always acted with transparency when it comes to finances.
Let's be clear about this. I've been completely transparent about this. All of my flights have been declared in an appropriate way, just as Peter Dutton declared his flights, or some of his flights.
An inquiry into Australia's handling of COVID caused distrust and confusion among the public due to the lack of a national response. Overall, the report found the country was able to get through the pandemic, but there should have been clear guidelines, especially on issues like border closures. It also found people's mental health and human rights were overlooked and vaccine mandates were not well handled. A Lebanese port city has been deserted by its residents as Israeli airstrikes continue to devastate the country's south. European correspondent Edward Godfrey has more.
The Israeli Air Force has bombarded Tyre, a coastal city in Lebanon's south. There have been huge explosions. The IDF says it gave warnings for civilians to leave. At least 17 people are reported to have been killed in the area. Their identities are unclear at this stage. In Gaza, Israeli forces say they've arrested around 100 suspected Hamas militants from the Kamal Adwan hospital. That area has been hit particularly hard in recent days. The Hamas-run health ministry says 100 Palestinians have died in the past day. This as talks continue in Doha to try and strike a 2-day ceasefire deal. It's not much, but if it can be secured, it will be viewed as a sign of progress. In London, Edward Godfrey, 9 News.
In finance, one Aussie dollar is buying 65.74 US cents.
With the 3AW app, you have the power of 3AW in the palm of your hand. So add it to your phone now. Melbourne's own 3AW.
Melbourne Cup Carnival hopefuls have taken part in track work at Flemington, including several trained by Chris Waller. He says a decision on whether Via Sistina will take part in the race next Tuesday will be made in a couple of days.
We've started discussions, going through everything, absolutely everything. There's so many things to consider, from firstly her welfare and well-being, and secondly where we think she can run up to her best.
The AFL is investigating Chris Scott's appointment to a Geelong sponsor as a Chief of Leadership and Performance at Morris Finance. The league is looking into if the new job breaches any soft cap rules. Pakistan is in disarray just a week out from the men's one-day series against Australia. Coach Gary Kirsten quitting, unhappy of being shut out of the selection process. And the Dodgers have taken a 3-0 series lead over the Yankees in baseball's World Series. It's 9:05. That's the latest in news and sport.
One latte, please.
Hey, if you're reaching for another coffee at this time of the day, it may be time to look at how you sleep. Sleep conditions such as sleep apnea can cause daytime sleepiness, a common condition that affects 1 in 10 Australians. Take the time to find out more with ResMed. They've been helping Aussies get a better night's sleep for 35 years. Get your doctor's advice and take a free sleep assessment at resmed.com.au, and you can be skipping the coffee queue and getting a double shot of quality sleep instead.
Why do you need a Sleeping Duck sleep system? Well, that's easy. Your sleep is important to you, and you want to have energy the next day.
You demand the best possible materials for back and body support, including an anti-sag bed frame made from structural steel.
Try it at sleepingduck.com.
Yep, looks like a blockage. What's up? Invoices backing up? Take payments on the spot with SumUp. SumUp is the perfect payment partner for businesses on the road, like plumbing, add call-out fees, after-hour rates, with all payments flowing straight into your account. When business is on the up, there you go. It's clear. You want a partner that keeps your bottom line running smoothly. SumUp, your payment partner. Up at Harvey Norman now.
You don't want to miss Breakfast with Ross and Russ, The Drive Home with Jackie Felgate, and the latest with Wide World of Sport. Plus, trick or treat with the new Macca's Boo Buckets, available in Happy Meal. Collect all 4 before they run out. Macca's, proud partner of 3AW.
Make your next move your best move yet with Stockland Halcyon. Imagine living in your own architecturally designed home with exclusive access to resort-quality facilities, all designed for over 55s. No stamp duty or exit fees apply, and spring offers are available now. So come and see how great life can be. Display homes are now open at Halcyon Evergreen in Melbourne Southeast. Search Stockland Halcyon and inquire with us today.
Weather. Listen to Mornings with Tom Elliott. Weekdays from 8:30 on 3AW.
A partly cloudy day on the way tomorrow, a top of 21 degrees after an overnight low of 11. Thursday, shower or two, 19. Friday, cloudy, 17. Saturday, mostly sunny, 26. A shower or two on Sunday, 29 degrees. On the bay, southerly winds reaching 20 knots with waves below 1 metre. In Frankston, it's 12, Croydon 13, and the city 14 degrees. Eddie Summerfield, Melbourne's Own 3AW.
People are enjoying the sounds of the sucker mat and your bath tap.
Husband did not flush again.
Oh my God! Now
I know.
that's probably that's a bit too much. Now, I want you to sit there quietly on the rim for a moment, because I've got an important question for you. How often do you have a bath? I'm going to say per month. The very first survey question is on the text 0437 774 774. How many bars would you average out per month, Christine?
Oh, not enough. David, not enough. I loved a bath. And I used to play my clarinet in the bath because it had really good acoustics and made me think I was a better player than I was. But yeah, I don't know. I have at least one a month. And the kids maybe every day, every second day. How about you?
Yeah, I reckon I would be about, hang on, let me think. I'd probably be about 3 a month. Once a weekish. So, every second week, or would spread out to about 3 a month, particularly more in winter, because I'm thinking that if you really feel like a little bit of a warm hug from the water after a very cold day.
But let's go to Rick in
Get a little
Doncaster.
table out and you feel all fancy as well, you know.
You do. 1300 222 774. We're talking baths, and the first question, if you'd like to join the survey, you can send through on the text, is basically give us your number. For Christine, it's not enough, or 1. For me, it's 3. What are you per month? 0437 774 774. I'm presuming you have a bath in the household. That may not be the case, but maybe you've gone through bath cycles, or bath rings probably is the best word. You can text in. What's the number? 0437 774 774. Rick in Doncaster joins us. Christine. G'day, Rick.
Hey, Rick.
It's October. Hi, Christine. The number is 31.
Oh, really? You are one a day.
I am I have been known to have more than one a day, but if I'm flying somewhere and have to be at the airport at 7 a.m, I'll get up at 4 so I can still have at least an hour and a half before I go.
Yeah, what's wrong with standing up and having the water run down your body, Rick?
Basically, is I have to read in the bath. So I have noticed that showers are really terrible with books.
Very bad for books.
Apart from the special edition of Frank Muir's book at bath time, which was made from plastic.
So how bad is your water bill? I must ask, Rick.
It's not too bad. I don't run it very deep to start with, and I sort of dribble a bit of hot water in as I'm going. So if you keep warm for 60 to 90 minutes. So that's pretty much the average every morning.
Bubbles or no bubbles? What's your stance on that?
Bubbles, of course, yes.
Oh.
And what about
healing bubbles? The sort of the one that starts with an R. That is very good for the muscles, because I do have chronic back issues, and having that bath in the morning makes an unbelievable difference.
So, Rick, you're quite serious in saying that you do read in the bath. That's part of the ritual?
Absolutely. You know, I will read usually in a 60 to 90 minute bath. I'll read somewhere between 100 and 150 pages, so I can sometimes go finish a novel in 2 mornings.
Oh. Don't you turn into a prune? I have to ask. You know, on your hands?
No, my hands are holding the book most of the time.
Good point.
And, look, I'm far enough away from my toes to not really worry with it.
Has it always been thus, Rick? Is this something that you've observed all the way through your life?
Probably since I was about 4 or 5, and I was allowed to have baths on my own, and it was always with a book, even then.
It sounds as though the ritual is much about reading as it is about tub time.
Oh, absolutely, and it's also these days it is a pot of tea. There is always 774 on in the background. I have a radio in the bathroom as well. Seriously, without exception, it's always on. So I bath with Sammy regularly.
We just found our promo, Rick.
Maybe with Matt on a Saturday morning.
And Alice?
He takes up a lot of room. Alice is fine, but Matt takes up a lot of room.
He does. Who gets the tap end, Rick?
Too bad he can have that. I insist on that much level of comfort, at least.
Are you currently chest deep in water chatting to us at the moment, Rick?
No, I'm actually not. You can hear some sound. It's actually me barbecuing.
Different B word. But you must be a very clean person, though, Rick. That's what I'm thinking.
I think so. I will admit occasionally to having unclean thoughts, but I'm convinced that the bath every morning, expunges that.
Expunges? How do you spell that?
F-C-O-N-G.
Lovely word, Rick. A delight to chat with you. You are a balnophile. You know that, right? You're a balnophile, and I don't think I've spoken to one.
Exactly.
Good on you. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks for saying.
That is Rick in Doncaster, a balnophile. Where are you in the bath meter? 1300 222 774 to call on in. And you can also, too, keeping it clean, boom, boom, send it through on the text line 0437 774 774. They're flooding in, no pun intended. Charlie in Carlton says, Christine, what are you doing looking under that sucker mat? That's where the black stuff, that's the black mould. There are things waiting to bite you there. This one, Sue in Ballarat, I only get to have a bath when staying with a sister or on holidays. A spa bath, which is a real treat. My old farmhouse does not have a bath, says Sue. What about, how are you, Christine, when it comes to when you travel? I know you only have not enough, maybe one per. Do you actually, when you are at a hotel or when you're at a friend's place, are you tempted to have a bath?
I am, definitely, yes. And I usually do. I used to be scared of spa baths when I was a kid, because in the 90s they were very popular and Mum and Dad installed one. I preferred the navy blue, the blueberry blue enamel bath that we had with the brilliant 80s tiles. But yeah, I do like to use other baths. And look, my brother doesn't have a bath, so his kids, his twins, come to our house for bath time. So the cousins get to sit in there and splash and, make memories, right?
Tell us the ritual. Tell us your the tempo, so to speak. Text in if you like. Tell us about how many baths you have per month. That's the first survey question, and you can send through on 0437 774 774. And the second question, you could probably anticipate, that is, tell us the ritual. For Rick in Doncaster, it's a case of having a good read. Maybe it's the radio. Maybe it's a case to have a cup of tea or a glass of wine. What is your bath ritual? Tell us your bath frequency and your bath ritual. Send through both answers on the text line 0437 774 774. Christine Layton with you, who is the ABC Perth presenter. She's there in the bath doing the research. So to me, David Astle, we would love to hear your bath stories, because it is right now 9:14. It's bath time.
News from ABC Music.
3 musical treats, including the Classic 100 Feel Good Highlights album. Fun for kids from November 15 with Whistle and Tricks double CD. And from December 6, Electric Fields and the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra live in concert. Find something for everyone at ABC.